Great, cool. Okay, so thank you very much. And on to the next speaker. We now have Ram Prakash Dharamsi, who is a software specialist who will be talking about understanding source control for projects and pipelines. Please begin when you're ready. Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks, David. Hope you can hear me properly. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Perfect, awesome. Okay, cool. So thanks, David, and thanks for providing me this opportunity for this session. And thanks for the sponsors too. So in this today's demo, so we'll just see the understanding of source control and for the projects and pipelines in DevOps, how we are going to implement all those stuff. So how we can able to create a project and how we are going to create a new organization and how we are going to create a pipelines over here. So we'll just see all the areas. I will just cover it up today. So to give a introduction, I'm Ram Prakash Doraisamy, working as a software specialist in Bosch Global Software Solutions, and I'm an MCT here, and I'm certified with Microsoft also. And here is my what can I say, the Twitter blog and the YouTube channel. So you can able to reach me over here if you have any queries related to my channel or related to the blogs or related to any dynamics queries. So I'm expertise with 10 plus years of experience in dynamics CRM, and started my career with CRM 4.0, and I'm just currently working with T365 and in a Power Platform also. So let's quickly jump into the agenda. So today's agenda is like we are just going to see what is DevOps and what is the main difference between waterfall model and an agile methodologies, and what are the benefits of DevOps here, and what are the basic introduction of DevOps, and the operations, what are the operations which we are going to uh, cover in our today's demo. So all the sessions which we are going to see the full demo from the starting, how we are going to start from the application user till the end, how we are going to use a pipeline, and a small Q&A question at the last. So to begin with, what is DevOps here? So it's a combination of development and an operation. So that is called a DevOps here. So what are the operations which a development can do? So what are, for example, consider I'm a developer and I'm just developing an code or developing any script or customizing any solution. So we just developing that one, and we are making a unit testing over there, and we are building that solution, and we are taking that to code and we are pushing it to the some what can I say, for example, a place over there. So what that operation is nothing but what are the changes which we are pushing into the what can I say, the destination place, so that the operation will automatically monitor that one, and it will go ahead and process with the release and deployment processing, and they will operate it. So all this process which is covering in the DevOps directly. So that's what, as I said earlier, it's a more of like a development and operation. It's a combination called a DevOps here. So let's jump into the next part, like what is a waterfall model and an agile model. So what is the main difference here? So the main difference between the waterfall model is like, for example, I'm just creating a solution. I'm just sorry, I got a requirement from the customer, and I just split out that requirement into multiple stages. So whenever I just finished one solution, I'll just move that solution to the another environment. And what is the solution which I move to other environment? So that is an input for the next patch, which next patch of a solution which I'm going to release it. So the next staging. So for example, stage 1 and stage 2, stage 3, there are 3 stages available. Stage 1 is an input to stage 2, and stage 2 is an input to stage 3. So such kind of thing which we are going to use it in the agile waterfall model here. So what is an agile methodology here? So consider the same type of requirement we got it from the customer. So after getting that customer, we are going to release that each by each iteration. So it's like iteration wise. For example, if I'm just working on one thing, I'll just release it over there. So there is no dependency on the solution which I have already pushed it to the development environment, production environment or UAT environment. So it's like there is no dependency over here for the agile methodology. So the main difference between the waterfall model and the agile model is, in the waterfall model, we are just gathering the requirement, design, implementation, and we are verifying and maintenance. So these are the stuff which we are having in the waterfall model. Coming to the agile methodology. So in the agile methodology, there is a process like we are just gathering the requirement, we are designing and developing, and we are releasing it to the customer place. So these are the main difference here. And coming to the other thing, so the DevOps. What is the DevOps here again? So which enables a continuous integration between for a development code, which is nothing but, for example, I'm just developing a code here. Once the development is done, I'm just pushing that code to a repository. So once the repository is done and the repository verification is all done, it will automatically move to the other environment directly by using an Azure DevOps directly. So we don't want to worry about, we don't want to set it, and we don't want to export the solution, we don't want to import it over there. So instead of doing that one, that is an automatic and manual process. Using a pipeline, we can able to achieve it easily here. So coming to the other thing, so what are the benefits of DevOps here? So first thing, as I said earlier, the continuous delivery of software. So in the previous slide, as I explained, so we are developing, pushing the code, it will move to the other environment. So better collaboration between teams. We don't want to, for example, if a tester is available there, and here we will say that, okay, I have developed the code and it's working in my environment, but it's not working in the testing environment. So we can't say any kind of what can I say, the issues over there, because if the code is available in the repository, that will be obviously available in the test environment. So this type of the collaboration and these type of things, issues, we can able to avoid it over here. And as I said, we are having a pipeline operation, and using that pipeline, we can able to easily deploy it from the one environment to another environment, even if it is a different tenants also. So better efficiency. So it's like a drag and drop operation, how we are using a Microsoft Flow or Logic Apps, how we are using. So such kind of thing only we are having here. And as some what can I say, some development also needed here. So by using that thing, and we can able to easily move solutions or develop my code or move data from one environment to another environment here easily. And here there is a security level also will be well and good over here. So we don't want to worry about the security purpose here, because it's available in the DevOps here. So these are the small operations which I have said earlier over there in the development and operation. What is the main difference? So the create, plan, verification, and a package is in a development, and we are going to release, configure, and monitor in the operation side. So these are the main benefits which we are having in the what can I say, in the development environment for the benefits of DevOps. So what is this Azure DevOps with VSTS? So whenever we are just going with the TFS or with Azure DevOps, there are multiple operations which is already available. So one is Azure bots, Azure repos, Azure pipelines, Azure test plans, and Azure artifacts. So these 5 operations which is available in the Azure DevOps side. So using this only are all operation all operation is triggering here. So let's see what is the top step by step here. What is the main use of that each operation here. Let's go with Azure DevOps. So for example, if I'm just planning or tracking or whatever operations which I'm just doing here, so for that we will just use an Azure bots, and we can just use it and we can track it over there. And repositories, we can create a multiple repository in the branch, and we can use it what can I say, use if I'm just developing code, I just make a pull request or push request, or I just use a commit, and all those operations we can do it in Azure repos. And pipelines, we can use a CI/CD operation over here. So by pushing our what can I say, and code from one environment to another environment, or pushing the data from one environment to another environment, such kind of thing we can use an Azure pipeline over here. and test plans. So as I said earlier, the pipeline, the coding and whatever things. For example, if I'm just pushing one thing, and if it is a coding standard, if we are having some coding standards which we are already maintaining in our system, we just maintain all those standards over there in the Azure test plans, and that will be automatically taken care, and it will automatically push based on that one. If it's suppose if it's not a meta standing code or whatever it is, then it will automatically block them. It won't allow you to push the code over there directly. And Azure Artifacts, as I said earlier, so we're just creating a pipeline and we are just hosting that one, and we are just sharing the package easily using CI/CD pipeline. So consider if we are having a Dataverse environment, and in the Dataverse environment I have created a solution, and in that solution I just I want to move from one environment to another environment. So initially how we will do is we just open the solution, we'll just export that solution and we'll import over there, and after importing that one we'll just publish over there. So these are a process which we are having over there. So we just consolidated into a package and we have a pipeline over there, and using that pipeline we can just directly move the solutions easily here. Now, so what are the operations which we are going to see today in our demo? So I'm just going to show you how to create a project and how to creating a users, and what are the different roles available in the what can I say, the DevOps, and what is the pipeline, and how we are going to create a pipeline here, and how to make an application user, which means app registration in the Azure, and how we are going to use that application user in the Dataverse environment, and how to create a service connection for the pipeline, and how to create a variable in the pipeline to move a solution, and what is an extension, and what is how to set up a repos here. So these all the stuff which you are going to see in our today's demo here. So let's start off the today's demo here. So I'll just go to my environment. So this is the initial, I'm just going to my what can I say, the admin.powerplatform.com. So I have a two environment available here. So I'll just go to my ic.powerapps.com, and you can able to find the respective environment here. So I'll just open the respective solutions over here. So here you can able to see their respective solutions, or else you can just directly see the solutions over here. So first thing what I want to show is like if I want to move a solution from one environment to another environment, how we can move it from here. So for that, first I'll just go to my portal.azure.com, and I'll search for the app registration. I'll go to the app registration here. So I'll just register a new user here. So I'll say move solution.
Hi, Ram.
Yep.
Hello, Ram. You're not sharing your screen, sorry?
Really?
Yeah, you're still sharing your slides. You're not sharing your screen.
All right. Okay, 1 second. Let me just reshare it again. And thanks for informing. How about now?
Yes, we can. Thanks. Thanks, Ram.
Sorry, and sorry for that, and thanks for informing too. Perfect, cool. So what I was saying is I'm just went to portal.azure.com. In the portal.azure.com, I searched for the app registration. So in this app registration, I'm just registering a new user here. I mean, new application here. I'll say application. Okay. User for Dataverse. I'll just click on next register here. So once the application user, what can I say, the application gets registered. So here you can able to see the client ID and tenant ID will be available. So once after this done, I'll just go to my certificates and secrets. I'll create a new secret here. Right. And I'll just click on add. So I'll just copy the value over here. So I'll just put it in my notepad. So once this done, I'll just go to my overview and I'll copy the client ID here. I'll just mention as client ID. And I'll just copy the tenant ID here. Perfect. So this is client secret. Okay, perfect. So what we have done now, as of now, we have done, I just went to an Azure And in the Azure, I created an app registration, and in that app registration, I have created a client secret, and I have taken that values and I'm just storing in my notepad here. Cool. Now, once this done, I'm just opening my respective environment. So there are, as I said earlier, there are 2 environment available. So this is one of the environment which is 204, and another one is like a 258C environment. So there are 2 environment which I'm just having. So I'm just creating that user in my Dataverse environment. So I'll just go to my settings. I'll go to my security. So I'll just navigate the same here because I'm just using the same what can I say, the user here. So I'll just go to the user. So I'll just switch it to application user here. So I'll just click on new. So here just change the view to application user if it is in a different what can I say, different form. So what I want to do, I want to copy the client ID here. I just want to paste it here, and I want to save this file. Well, let's wait for, okay, cool. Now it's creator. So here you can able to see this is the name which we have created in the Azure. This is nothing but application user for Dataverse. So once this done, I just need to assign some security role to the user. So for now, I'll just assign the system administrator role to this security, the application user. So once this done, I'll just go to this, the other environment here. I'll just do the same here. I'll just create a new user here. Cool. It's okay, let it get load. So I don't want to waste the time here. So I'll just I have another environment here for the Azure DevOps. So how to create an organization here. So to begin with the organization creation, so you can just click on new organization and you can able to see the what can I say, the organization creation page, and what is the organization name you need to provide. And just provide that organization name and provide that what can I say, the characters over here, the captcha over here. And if you click on continue, it will automatically create a user, I mean what can I say, the organization over here. So today I'm just proceeding with, I'm already created with the what can I say, the organization. So I'm just processing with the same organization here. So once this done, if you want to create a new project, you can just directly create a new, click a new project, and here just say, just provide a project name here, and I'll just go with a private operation. So and here if you click on advanced, there are 2 operations available. So one is with version control and one is with work item process. So what is a version control here? So whether we want to go with a Git or we want to go with a TFS operation, so which is nothing but team foundation. And what is the process, whether we want to go, as I said earlier, so we have discussed about the waterfall model and agile model. So there are different models available, which just select the appropriate model which we are going to use for our project. We can just select that one. So for today's demo, I'll just go with the basic, and I'll just click on create here. So within the meantime, I'll just okay, this page is not yet loaded. I'll just create a duplicate, let it load. Okay, so once after this project gets created, so I'll just explain you some of the thing, how to create a users and all those stuff. So for that, first I'll just go to my main page here. So here you can able to see organization setting available. I'll just click on an organization settings. So here you can able to see users available. So for that, I'll just click on add users. So you can able to add a users here. What are the users which you want? You can able to add a users here, whether they are a part of an organization or non-part of an organization. You can just input the the user, and you can able to add it here. And there are different basic access levels available. One is basic level access, stakeholder access, and Visual Studio subscriber access. So what is a basic access? So it's like admin access. So whoever is having an admin, so what they can never do any operations if they are having a basic level access. And what is a stakeholder access? So they will have an access to the environment, but like a read-only operation, and they can able to do, and what can I say, like creating a work item or such kind of thing. They will have a permission over here. What is Visual Studio subscriber? So consider I'm already having a Visual Studio available in my system, and for that Visual Studio I have already paid a license, and I bought a license from that I mean using for the product key. I already have own a product key for my Visual Studio. If that is the case, whoever is having that type of operations, they can directly go with a Visual Studio subscriber, so that they don't want to pay a license again over here. So if whatever they want, they can just select the user and they can go ahead and do their process accordingly. So then what is the project, which project they want to have an access? So they want to have all access, they can just directly go with the all operations, or if they want to restrict to some other respective projects alone, you can just directly provide their respective project and then they can plan it accordingly. So now this is for a users, how to add a users here. So here there is an operation, the main operation called extensions here. So what is an extension? So as I said earlier, if I'm just want to move a solution from one environment to another environment, we want to have some solution here. Like if I want to move database solutions here, so I want a Power Platform build tools here. Initially, whenever we are going, so I have taken some sample screenshots over here. So whenever we are going with what can I say, a pipeline creation, if you are not have, if you are fresh and you are going with a new operation, and if you want to install a Power Platform, so and if you are trying to create an agent job here, so at that time it will ask to install a Power Platform tool here. So for that you just need to click on get it free, and once you get it free here, you can able to see it will automatically take you to the respective place to install, whether you want to install in the DevOps server or you want to install for the respective what can I say, the organization. So yeah, based on that you can just select that one and you can install it directly. So once after you get it installed, you can able to use that the build tools over here. So for that, if you want, you can directly go to the extensions in the organization and you can just click on browse marketplace and you can able to install the required components over here. Or else while creating a pipeline, we can just directly install the required components which we needed for our project. So once this is done, there is an operation called process. As I said earlier, while creating a project, there are different operations available, different models available here. So one is base model, agile model, scrum model, and CMMI. So I'll just show you a couple of things, how what is the main difference here and how we can able to directly use it. So for now, I'll just use opening a basic one. So here you can able to see there are limited operations available here, limited models available. For example, they can create a epic here, or they can create an issue, or they can create a task here. So this is for a basic operation. Now if I just come to all process and if I go to agile methodology, so here you can able to see it's not only restricted to a couple of things, there are different models also available here. So we can directly say bug, epic, feature, or issue, or task, or whatever we want, we can just create it and we can use it out here. So this is one of the things which we want to have a look on this one. Based on our process, we can just directly take the process and we can easily achieve this one. So this is one of the things which we need to note it out while creating a project here. Or else if you want to have any operation, so for example I have a basic model available, against that I want to inherit that model of and I want to create my own model. If that is the case, you can just directly create on the basic model and you can directly create an inherited model here and you can do your own work here. So this is also one of the operation, so one of the option which is provided by the Azure DevOps here for the process. So these are the main things which we need to note it out in the organization settings in the DevOps. Now I'll just jump into the Azure DevOps. I'll just open the project which I have created. So within the midterm, I'll just click on new record here. Load, I'll just go to the project settings here. So here we can able to see the project operation. So whatever we have seen till now, which is related to an organization settings here, and what are the things which we are going to look in currently, we are going to look is for a project settings here. So now first thing which you need to know is parallel jobs. what is parallel jobs here? So initially, when initial stage, when the first time, whenever we are running a pipeline, we don't want to have a look on this parallel jobs and all the stuff. So currently, if all of them won't have an access directly here. If you want to have this parallel job access, I mean, without this parallel job access, you can't run a pipeline. So for that, first you need to request for an access to the pipeline. Once after getting the pipeline, you can just directly use this pipeline to run. Sorry, yeah, once you get an access for this parallel job, you can able to use pipeline to run our job and all those stuffs here. So for now, I just currently use, so there are 1800 minutes, and I have already currently, which is of only 42 is available here. So such kind of thing we need to make a note of here. And here, if you want to have any team members here, for example, I want to have a different team members available here, like for example a developer or what a team lead and all those stuff. If we want to have them, so for all of them, each and every places we can't able to directly provide a proper access to them. So instead of doing such kind of operation, we can just directly come here and create a team and provide add a users over here. So this is one of the things which we need to note it out in the project settings for creating our what can I say pipelines over here. So first thing, so we have done with what can I say application user creation, Dataverse user creation, organization creation, project creation, and what are the key points which we need to have a look in organization settings, and what are the main things which we need to look into project settings here. So I'll just have a look on a question if you have any questions over here for now. So, okay, cool. So I think let me just start because I think there is no major questions which I can able to see it here now. So first thing, once after we done, so I'll just create an application user here because the page gets loaded successfully. I'll just create the application user here. Cool, it's created. I'll just assign the security role here. I'll just provide a system administrator here. Perfect. Cool. Once this done, I'll just go to my solution page. Cool. Now I'll just go to my what can I say, the Azure DevOps again. So I'll just go to my repos over here. So for that, first, whenever we are just before processing with the what can I say pipeline creation, we just want to initialize the branch over here in the repos. So for that, just click on the files and just click on initialize over here. So once this initialization is done, so here you can able to say this is the main branch. If you want to create any separate branches from the main branches also, you can just directly create a branch over here. So let me say demo branch. I'll just create a sample branches over here. So it will be based on the parent is a main branch and demo branch is a child branch here. So now if you want to set up this with your Visual Studio, so what do you need to do? So you just need to open your Visual Studio here. So once after you open a Visual Studio, here you can able to see clone a repository will be available. Just click on that one. And here you can able to see Azure DevOps available. So once you click on this Azure DevOps, so you need to enter your credentials over here. So once after you enter the credentials, what are the projects which is available for you? And you can just select that one and you can add it over here. So this is a simple one which we can use it using our what can I say, the Azure repos in your Visual Studio directly. So sorry, Azure DevOps in your Visual Studio. So once this done, so I'll just go to a pipeline. I'll just go to a pipeline here. So here I'm just going to create a new pipeline. So here I'm just using a classic editor. So here you can able to see there are different what are the repos available. You can able to see the repos over here, and what are the branches available here. You can able to see all the branches over here. So for now, I'll just create a demo branch and I'm just continuing this one. So I'm just using a empty job here. So once after I done with this empty job, so here I'll just go to the agent run job. So whenever we are just processing our request, you need to use allow script to access the OAuth token. Just select the access to OAuth token and just click on save. And you can just save the record and where is the path which it needs to install. So once after you've done that one, just click on plus button and just search for Power Platform. So here you can able to see. So you can able to see a lot of Power Platform operations available. So currently what we are going to do is a simple an operation. So for example, this is the solution which I have created in one of the organization. So one of the environment. So I just want to move this solution from one environment to another environment. So for that, what are the operations and what are the step-by-step process which we need to follow up in our pipeline? So for that, first I need to install a tool installer. So after that, I want to export a solution from one environment. Then I want to import that into another environment. Then I want to make a publishing and I want to publish the customization in my destination environment. So we have done this one. So here you can able to see there are some settings needs and attention. It shows some error because we did not provide any service connection set. So for that, just click on we usually go with a principal client ID and secrets only because they no one use a username and password directly. So for that only we have created an application user in the Azure end. So for that, I'll just click on manage here. So I'll just click on a service connection. I'll click on create service connection. I'll create a Power Platform here and server URL. So for now, this is my source environment because this is the solution which I'm just having. So I'll just copy this URL. I'll just paste it here. And here we have already make a copy of tenant ID. I'll just paste the tenant ID and the application ID and client ID are same. I'll just place the client ID and client secret. I'll just paste the client secret over here. And I'll say it is a source environment. And I'll just grant access to all the pipelines. I'll just save this one. So I'll just create another connection here for my destination environment. So I select a pipeline and the destination URL I need. So I'll just go to the organization here and I'll just copy this environment URL. And as we have done, we have used the same tenant ID and password over here. So I'll just use this tenant ID. I'll copy the client ID over here. I'll copy the client secret over here. So here I'll say it is a destination environment. Perfect. So I'll just provide an access here. So cool. So now we have created two service connections here. So I'll just go to my pipeline again. I'll just click on refresh. So this is the source environment. So I'll just provide a source environment here. So I want to pass the solution name here. So the solution name we can directly pass, but we can directly use there is an operation in a DevOps for a pipeline. So we can use a variables over here. So using a variable, we can just directly pass that variables here. So for that, so click on the variable here, and here there are two variables available. One is pipeline variable and a variable group. Pipeline variable, whatever variable which we are creating, that will be used only inside this pipeline, and variable groups we can use it anywhere inside that project. So for that, I'm just going with the linking a variable group here. So for that, I'm just creating a new variable to show you how it works. So I'll just click on a new variable group. So I'll say solution name for pipeline. So I'll just paste it here. So I'll just add a new variable here. Let me just say solution name, and the value which I'm just having is solution one. So which is nothing but a solution which I just showed it here, which is nothing but the solution one. So I'll just save this variable. I'll just go to my what can I say, the pipeline. I'll just link that pipeline the variable here. I'll just go to the task, and here I need to pass the solution name. So I have already written the code over here. So I'll just pass this solution name here. And where is the solution output file where it need to show? So I'll just store it in the artifact directory with the name solution name.zip file. So here there are multiple options available. So whether we want to go with the manager solution or we want to go with the unmanaged solution. So that depends on the requirement. So mostly whenever we are moving from one environment to another environment, like development to UAT or development to prod environment, so such kind of thing we usually go with the manager solution. So or else some of the customers may request for an asynchronous operation, unmanaged solution also. So that depends here. So based on that, for now I'm just going with asynchronous operation. So I'm just going for another operation here for importing the solution. So now we have exported the solution from one organization. Now we are going to import it into the other organization. So for that, I'm just selecting the MFA. I'll just click on refresh. I'll just select the destination environment. So where it need to fetch the file. So wherever the file got exported, I just need to import that file over here. And once this done, I want to publish the file in my destination environment, as it is an what can I say, an unmanaged solution which I'm just importing it. So we are done with the code now. So I'll just save this record. Sorry, save the pipeline which we have created now. So once after this done, so you can just directly run a queue here and enable a diagnostics and just click on run. So once after this done, I'm just opening the file. Let's wait for the job to get started. So here you can able to see the job gets started. So the job gets started in properly. So the step, what are the steps which we have done? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 steps available. One is with the installer. So that is in progress now. So the installer started installing the files. What can I say? The required components like xrm.sdk and all those stuff with from the Nugget packages. It started installing. So once after this install, it will start directly go to our source environment. It will export the package and it will import it. So let's see how it goes. So for doing this operation, as I said earlier, we just need a parallel job access. So without that, we can't able to process with this one. And we have created a, what can I say, the branch over there. So which I just created a demo branch in the repo. So whenever we are just going with that type of operation, we can't directly if you are going with the main branch, the system will automatically throw an error that we can't use that main branch over there. So instead of going with the main branch, we just created a demo branch and we started using it there. So now once the power platform install done, so it started exporting, and here you can able to see the organization automatically populated, and this is the URL and this is the unique ID for the organization. So it find it properly, and based on that, what can I say, the service principal and client ID, it started exporting the solution from the source environment. Let's wait for some time because it will take some time to export that one, and we will store it in some place. So now here you can able to see the export package exported successfully. Now from the exporter place where it's stored, it just started importing that package into the, what can I say, the destination environment. So within the meantime, I'll just see if there is any queries available. Cool, I can't see any queries over here. Cool. Now here you can able to see the import solution got imported successfully. So in the destination environment, it started publishing the solution after importing. So I'll just go to my destination environment. I'll just click on refresh here. So here you can able to see the solution automatically imported from what can I say, the source environment to the destination environment directly. So once after the publish gets started, because as it's unmanaged without publishing, whatever changes which we made, or whatever solution which we have imported, that won't work properly until unless we did not publish. But that doesn't need for the manager solution here. So let's wait for the publishing to get started. Cool. Now here you can able to see the publish also done and the job also ran successfully. So this is how we need to use an Azure pipeline and what can I say, moving a solution from one organization to another organization. So now to summarize here, the changes, what are the things which we had a look on, that one is like what is meant by Azure DevOps and what are the operations which is available in the Azure DevOps here, and we have seen a sample pipeline over here, and what is the data was for moving a solution from one environment to another environment. So for that, what are the prerequisites which we needed, like creating an application user in the what can I say, Azure, and how to create that application user in the database environment, and how to create a pipeline, and how we have created a service connection, and how we have created a variable, and how we have created a pipeline with the agent jobs, and how we have moved it successfully. So these are all the things which we have a look on that one today. So if you have any questions, you can just feel free to ask me. Thanks, Peter. Thank you so much. Application, Azure application need any permissions? Yes, obviously. So the application user, in the sense here, what we need. So like whenever we creating a database, or for example, if I'm a user and I'm just want an access to the database environment, if that is the case, I want to have an Office 365. In the Office 365, they need to create a user over there. After creating the user, what can I say? After creating that user, I want to assign some license to that user. But for this application user, we don't want such kind of thing. We just directly create an application user in the database environment. Just go to there, and as I said earlier, so here we are just going to security, and it's a damn slow. Let me just go to this organization. So here we sorry. So here we just went to assign a manager roles, and we need to assign some permissions to the security role alone here. So what is the main difference between a normal user and application user here? So the application users can able to log into the system and they can do whatever they want, but the application user, they can't log into the system directly, but they can able to access these type of users. We can directly use via our code, C# code, or wherever we want here. So like we can use for a Microsoft Flow using this one. So for example, this is one of the example which I just showed you here. So consider I have a same application user and I'm just using for a Microsoft Flow here in my development environment. This application user, if we have in our database environment, we don't want to worry about that one. We just directly move our flow from one environment to another environment, so that that will be worked properly. We don't want to have any separate connection reference, or we don't want to do any such kind of operations here. So application user is the main user which we need to use it here for performing any operations. Okay, so here what I'm just doing is like uh, uh, to be frank, I did not try it with the power up solution, but obviously yes, it is possible, because anyway we are just moving a solution only here. The solution is nothing but we are just directly going to this environment and just clicking on the solution, and here is the solution which I have directly created. So this solution or whatever it is, you can just add whatever operation you want it here. So like you can just add whatever power apps or whatever you want, just add it over here, and using that you can I mean If you add it over here, it's like a solution moment only. So obviously, if you add a Power App also, it'll move from one environment to another environment. But to be frank, I did not try it yet. But I'll just have a try on that one. You can just reach my LinkedIn so that I can just share my feedback after doing such kind of operation here. So sure, for sure, because due to time constraints, as we are not having a failed operation here, but I can just share one of the what can I say, a failed scenarios here. So, for example, I have a solution available, and I have an account table available. In that account table, I have created a field, and I have added that field into the form. After doing that one, I without knowingly, I just removed that field alone from the, what can I say, the columns. Now if you try to import the solution from one environment to another environment, at that time what it will show for a dependency of dependency issue. So what you need to do at that time for the dependency issue, so you need to, again, you need to come to manually to the solution, and you need to open the solution, and you want to find, okay, what is the dependency which is missing here. So against that missing dependency, you need to add that into the solution, and you need to rerun the job. So this is one of the scenarios which we majorly occurred while moving a solution. So at the time, what we are having is like, so by keeping that in a solution. So for example, if you are using agile methodology, or if you are using waterfall operation, so we can just directly use one solution. So whatever development we are using, all the developers, we will ask the developers to use. If it is not if it is a different entity, we can ask them to use it into a solution. We can directly use it and move it to this other solution. Also, is this approach suitable for moving flow and PVA? To be frank, I did not try that one. For sure, I'll just have a look on this one, and I'll just come back for this one. So how to pack the solution from source code and deploy to other environment. So here there is an perfect. So how to pack a solution? So as I said earlier, so this is a solution movement which I just showed an operation here. The same way we can able to use pack and unpack a solution using the same pipeline. And as I said earlier, the agent job is available over there. So in the agent job, there are multiple operations available. So but today I just have taken couple of things alone due to time constraints. I just taken that one. I just used it. So I just put a YouTube video for that one, so that you can just have a look on that one, and you can able to have a look on how we can use a pack and unpack that solution over there directly, like moving a plugins or moving a JavaScript or whatever it is. So any more questions? Oh, oops, I did not turn on my video. Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry. I thought initially that was too blurry. Cool.
Cool. I think in the absence of any questions, we can start to come to a close here. Thank you very much, Ram. That was a very interesting session. You've got some very good feedback in the comments section about how they've wanted to know from the beginning how you do this stuff. So a lot of people have found this very educational. So thank you very much for putting all this together and showing us all this. It's been wonderful. So thank you.
Thank you so much. So I have mentioned my LinkedIn ID, YouTube channel, and a blog, and my personal email address over there. If there is anything, or if you're stuck somewhere, you are feel free to reach me anytime. Thank you, and thanks, David, for your time, and thanks, Ras, for this providing this wonderful session and approached me for this session. Thank you for that.
Been a pleasure. Thank you as well.
Yeah.
Okay.